Welcome to the training lesson about how to harvest yellow pages or directory or any website like forum about a specific topic or anything who has a database of your prospect or your partner or database of something that you're interested on. So I will teach you different solutions, different technologies to harvest different kind of websites. The first one is MacroScheduler. Why MacroScheduler? Because actually I learned how to use MacroScheduler when I was 11 years old. So when I was 11 years old, I was not especially a technical guy. I was using this to play video games and to control my unit when I was playing video games. So if a 11 years old kid can do it, you can do it. So actually with MacroScheduler you can do a lot of things. So here this will be a video. When I will start a video, you will have an explanation about MacroScheduler. So the first video is just an explanation about MacroScheduler. Let's start a video. Hi, I will explain you how to harvest websites, directory website, Yellow Pages website for example, to collect all details about companies in any country, any specific companies, just like restaurant, accounting, or whatever you want. So here I will take the Hong Kong Yellow Pages. What are the Hong Kong Yellow Pages? Because they provide some good information, the email, the file, the phone number, all information you want actually. Or what is it to harvest? They have put some security, if any security you want, very easy to overpass. So this is the Hong Kong Yellow Pages. To harvest a website, here is the training lessons for beginner. I will teach you with a solution who is a MacroScheduler how to harvest it. So you need the Hong Kong Yellow Pages. I will take the English version, so this is the English version, and the MacroScheduler and the just Notepad. So what I forgot to say that you have to download MacroScheduler. You type MacroScheduler on Baidu and you will find plenty of websites who will allow you to download it. So here, this video, the next one, will explain you how to prepare the record with MacroScheduler and Excel. So you have to record your macro. We call this macro. That's what it's called, MacroScheduler. And the macro will keep all the move of your mouse and the move of your keyboard and the touch that you are using on your keyboard. Let's start the video. So what is the principle? The principle is to record a sequence on the software MacroScheduler that I will do many times. I will ask the software to do 100 times, 1000 times the same sequence to collect the information. For example, the sequence would be accounting. We'll go to the accounting pages. So I'm selecting first the accounting pages, and I will collect this information, all this information, to put them here in the Notepad to have the information. But here there is one problem. There is a security on the Hong Kong Yellow Pages. You see, this is the email address, this is the fax, and if I copy this like this, to information, it would be right email and fax. It's not what we want. We don't want email and fax. We want the real email and the real fax, of course. That's a little security that the Hong Kong Yellow Pages has put in CSS. CSS is a kind of programming system. So how to overpass it is very easy. With your browser, which is Mozilla, say in French, but you're all like this. Here in English would be CSS. Deactivated CSS. By deactivating the CSS, you have all the information in clear, no security anymore. So, ta-da! The email address is here. The email address up here. Same for the fax. Fax. Ta-da! Easy. So we'll go back with the CSS. You can see. So I will just do this. I will copy the information and we go to the next page to copy. So I deactivate it, and before doing this, I'm preparing the good size of the screen so I can easily record after. So here you see I'm in the bottom of the page. I reduce the page. To reduce, you press Control and you play with your mouse to put the size smaller. So here you see that next, the button next is always here, wherever you are. If you are on the first page, second page, page number 5, here goes to page number 5, and the button next will be exactly on the same place. Here, it didn't change. So this page is perfect for this. You also see that it's number 5 here, but like this would be number 1. If you want to program, you could scan it like this. But here I'm just teaching you how to do with macro scheduler, so anyone can use it. There's nothing special on it. Okay, here we saw how to integrate the browser to use macro scheduler. And so here you will see how to record it. So I will just play the little video that I've done before to record the macro scheduler macro. Let's start it. So now that we are ready, let's start. We'll use macro scheduler here. Start the sequences. So here are the results of the yellow pages for accounting on the first page. And I ask to macro scheduler to record what I will do. Record yellow page. I give a title. To stop, you will have to press Ctrl-Alt-S. So record yellow pages. Starts. Okay. Ready. Here I copy all the information here. The system will record all the details about the mouse, the touch, the keyboard here on the bottom of the page, and I press next. And it's finished. Ta-da! Just fast. Ctrl-Alt-S. Finished. You see I copy everything. I didn't show you how to copy. You have to press Ctrl-A and Ctrl-X. X is to copy, to cut. X is to copy. Ctrl-A is to select everything. Ctrl-C is to copy. Ctrl-V is to paste. And I paste everything here. So you saw we just done a little macro just to select all the information and to go to the next page. So we select, we copy, we paste in the notepad, and we go to the next page. And when we play this in a loop, it will just say we copy everything, we select everything, we copy everything, we paste it in the notepad, we go next page. We select everything, we copy everything, we go to notepad, we paste everything, we go next page. We select everything, we copy everything, we go notepad, we paste everything, we go next page, etc., etc., etc. So like this, you will select all the page, absolutely all the page of the yellow page. You can go to bed and he will do everything for you. So now we have to update a little bit the macro. Yeah. So now that we have the macro done, you see the macro is here. You have to do, no, yes. I open the macro. This is the macro. Very interesting. I don't need you to. I don't ask you to do anything inside. Just ask you to say I want to repeat it many times. So for this, loop is repetition. Label for those who have programmed 30 years ago. Now no one is using label anymore in programming. 30 years ago it was label and go to. So label starts. Ta-da! Label starts, and at the bottom you say go to starts. So they will do this sequence, and when we will have finished, they will go back to the start. So they will do it in loop all the time. Isn't it simple? Okay. So this was just to make the macro turn around. And now this is the video about how to execute the macro scheduler. So let's play it. It's collecting page to page. It's collecting one page. So now I can take a coffee, I can read a book, I can watch whatever I want. The computer is working on its own. Okay, stop the video. I think I understand. So you see, it was quite easy. With macro scheduler, you will have all the information on the notepad. Now we'll have to treat this information because notepad is good, but it's not really useful to treat them. Here I will do something very simple just to collect the email, if I remember well. Yes, just this. How to treat all the huge information on notepad with Excel. So now that you have all the information about accounting on the notepad, you need to collect them. So here you have all the information on the notepad. How to do? The best way is Excel. You take Excel. Here's Excel 2013. So on Excel you paste all the information. Create a new page on Excel. Here you have everything. And what you do is you ask a new macro, an Excel macro is Visual Basic. Do you know Visual Basic? It's not very complex. So you record a macro, you say I want a macro and I want to find the email address. Here you have the email address. You collect the email address, you go on the second page, you paste the email address here, you say I want to create a new line to push and down. You go back here and you stop the macro. Very simple. So if I repeat the macro, each time I will collect a new email address and put it here. But I will not play manually like this, it's stupid. I can go to the macro exactly like for the macro scheduler. I can say repeat it. So here to repeat it in Visual Basic it's 4 1 saying for x 1 2 9 9 9. So I want to repeat it 1000 times. And next. This is how to do. Simple. Here. Repeat it. And he will collect all the email. Put them on the second page. And he will stop when he will not find any email anymore. All the email. Here we don't have the same format, so you remove the space. So we're all the same formats. And here you say remove duplicates. And you have the email address of the accounting who were in the Hong Kong Yellow Pages. Ta-da! You can do this for the email, the fax, all the information. If you're good in Visual Basic, you can program directly in Visual Basic to do something a bit more complex also. Okay, you've seen how to use a macro scheduler in Excel to collect from the Yellow Pages. I've been a bit fast when I see this video to explain how to search on Excel and the arrow bars, because it took a quarter of seconds, but you didn't know how to. So it's the touch Control F to do a search, or Control H to do a search and replace. No, I didn't do it here. So just Control F to search. Now let's see the other solution. The second solution would be iMacro. iMacro is a bit more technical. Macro scheduler, I show you, it's the first solution I show you because it's really it's not technical at all. Anyone can do it. I was doing this when I was 11 years old, as I told you. At that time I was not a programmer, I didn't know anything, I was just playing video games. 11 years old, you can do the same as an 11 years old kid. iMacro is the level upper. you need to be a little bit more technician. It's not very technique, but with iMacro you can harvest any kind of browser on EJets. Okay, here it will explain you how to. So now I will teach you how to harvest the yellow pages with another tool, a very powerful tool, which is iMacro. iMacro is a macro who will control your browser. So you can ask whatever you want in your browser, he will do it. It's a bit more technical, that's why I didn't start by this one. More technical than the other one, where you just have to click and it's okay. For this one, you need to an interface with PHP and so with MySQL. So what he can do, he can, here you are in the yellow page, he can open all these pages, for example, and he will collect the data and he will save them for all of them. So how to do this? I needed a table that I call yellow pages, where I save just text. I will save the entire content on it, and there is an ID to auto-increment them. So that's the database. And now we use the PHP form generator to create the form about it. So select the good database. Now we'll select the table, which is yellow pages. So that's how it works. It's a text area. Be able to send whatever you want when it's generated. Ta-da! It's generated. It's nice. Here you see a form that will be generated in seconds, fully in PHP. So I will put here and close the other page. I'll not use it anymore. So how to use this? First, I want to record the position. There's different way of recording. This will record the content, this will record the position. I want to record a position, and let's start. Here we are on a page. Yes, I open it. Open the first link. Up, I click upwards. I'm here. Toto. I'm stepping it. Click to open it again. I close this page, and I will open the other one. I close it. Open the other one. I close it. Open this one. I close it. Why I close immediately? Because it will be the same code that I will paste inside. No need to do it 10 times. So I will just do a copy paste. It will work. So I'm going until the end of this, and I will stop the macro, and then I will record. I will update it to have all the information I want. I have a problem with it. Doesn't matter. So just temporary, but still recording the click, so it's okay. And now I go to the next page to have the other one. Done. Stop it. And I update all of this. It's nice. So here we're collecting all of this. And there is a little bit code here to say I'm extracting the content. So page 1, I open it. Click there nowhere. Replace this. Normally this is what we need. This means I take the information and I save them and I go to the next page. So let's try already. I will update it after. hotel, email, website. It's collecting everything. It's good. This is all the information. It's collecting the name, phone number, the address, the website, but there is no website on this one. There's no email, so no email too. I'm going here. Normally he will paste. Still opening the web page. Connection is a bit slow. The connection is really slow. He will record. I will break the video and I will update the macro and I will just show you the result after. Yes, I did this video when it was raining and the connection was very slow. But actually we could see that it was working. It was collecting the information on the yellow pages. It was going on the page to submit it, and so the first part was working, and now the only thing that we had to do was to adjust the first parts to the second link, third link, fourth link, fifth link, to all the different links on the page. Because if it has worked perfectly on the first link, it would have. You just need to copy paste the system to work on all the other links. So this is what I was doing just after. When it's done, this is the step after when it has been updated, and I will play it now. So I just finished the macro. What I did, just add inside this code in each section to collect the information of company and to publish them in the PHP form. So this is everywhere here in each section actually for each of them. Who will pay it? So I play for you 10,000 times. So I want to open all the pages. If you open it, you see it's quite fast, so fast that we can't even see it on the screen. It's collecting and it's publishing. So it's much faster than with a macro scheduler who will open with the mouse and everything. This would directly remote control the browser and do everything. When you will have finished making a pause, when you will have finished the page, oh, she has probably already changed page. No, not yet. That was me. The last one. I'm sure next tab is change page. Just come in next page. Just click on next page. So like this, he's saving all information from the yellow page with iMacro, and you can see here that he's saving everything. You will find all the detail in the database. So here you have all details. That's all. Very simple. So which information are interesting? I will summarize it in the points. These are important information, how to extract information and how to upload them. Okay. So you saw it's working. The good point here is it's collecting all the information and he's directly saving it in database. So you can directly treat the facts, the name, the phone numbers, the email, which was not as you could have done it also with Excel, with the macro scheduler, but I didn't do it until I'm so thin with a macro scheduler and Excel. Just collect the email address. So it was very easy. I could have done a bigger program. Can go deeper and collect really the facts, the phone number and everything in Visual Basic, but I think it would have been lost. It would have been a bit complex to understand immediately how does it work. So I prefer to let it like this and just show you how to collect the email address. But here this one is already collecting the message much deeper, much thinner. So The important tags. What are the important tags? Set error in your yes. This means if you have any problem during the play of the macro, do not stop. Keep on. It's not because the field is not in the same place or has changed name that you have to stop everything. Maybe the webmaster just changed something on the website. Maybe anything can happen. It's a bit slow. Keep on. Till you can, you will maybe lose one information, but you will keep on, and the others will happen. And set error in your no. It means if there is any problem, you stop. Don't keep on if there is a problem. I recommend more to use error in your yes. So like this, you can go to bed and it will work for the entire night. The second one is set extract test up pop-up no, which means now it's in production mode. Do not show me what you're doing. Do it. Don't stop every 10 seconds or every 5 seconds to say, yes, I've done this. It's working, you see? Keep on. Set timeout 120. I mean, I give you 120 seconds to open a page. If after 120 seconds the page is not open, we'll consider that there is a bug, so keep on. Maybe the website has a bug or any problem. Clear means delete all the cookies, so the webmaster doesn't know who you are. Like this you can change your cookie like this. Typically you can use this on Baidu, on Baidu, because they just track the cookies. So if you say I like this product on Baidu and you delete the cookies, you can come back 2 seconds after and say I like this product again. Something is not related to harvesting, but it's something on Baidu. If you have your own page on your blog in Baidu, you can say I like, and there will be 10,000 people who say that your products are good. Actually, it's just you who is saying I like, and you're deleting the cookie all the time. The other important tags are those. Those are here to help you to extract information from a field. So when you see extract equal txt, it means I want to extract the information in the field called var1, variable 1, var1, var2, var3, var4. So this means I want to extract the information. And under, to save this variable somewhere, it's you see the how to say this? Well, I don't even know how to say this in English. Content equal how to say crochet var1, var2, var3. This means I want to save the information called in var1, var2, and var3 in the form with the attribute ID save1, save2, save3, save4. So like this, you can manipulate data in your form. Pay attention. One thing important: you can only use 4 variables. var4 doesn't exist. var5 doesn't exist. You can use var1, var2, var3, and extract. That's all. You cannot use var4. It doesn't work. It will not work. It will bug if you try. So each time that you are using the var1, var2, var3, var4, and you want var5, variable 5, you have to delete one of them and use the one you just remove. It's the only way. But when you know this, you just do it like this and it will be perfect. So now we will see a third solution. This solution is more for technician, for experts, for those who know how to code a bit. I did it in a way that anyone can do it. Don't worry, if you have never coded, you can do it. It's not I really made this script, so you don't need to do anything. You can download the entire system in crossbordertraining.com/harvest.zip. Here you will get a database, an SQL database called Harvester, that you have to execute, to import on your phpMadmin. And you have a script harvest Alibaba, because I use it on Alibaba My first test was on Alibaba, so you can use it. Here you will have the example of Alibaba. You can change to adapt to whatever you want. No need to be on Alibaba. You can use it for the yellow page. You can use it for whatever you want. And you have a folder PHP Whois 422. This is a special directory done to collect data from the Whois of any domain name. This will you can take any domain name, and this will give you all the information about the owner, the technician, the guy who is supposed to take care of the technique, the administration. You will have the phone number, the fax, the email, the address, everything. So with this information you can start to collect more massively information. So as I say, you have to upload this on your server. I didn't say it before actually. You have to upload PHP Whois 422 on your server or on ECPHP if you don't have your own server. And you have to import harvester.sql on phpMyAdmin. But here, for example, I wanted to collect all the supplier in Guangzhou on Alibaba.com. So on Alibaba.com, I select supplier Guangzhou. Here I will have all the supplier. There was, if I remember well, 23,000 supplier on Guangzhou. Here we have collected, no, not 23, I'm wrong, 8,100. I've selected other city after. Here you have all of them. You can see you have already uploaded. You have first with a super macro or macro scheduler. You can you could have collected all the URL of subdomain from Alibaba, just like here swanfa.en.alibaba.com/contact-info. You could have collected all this information with super macro or a macro scheduler, or actually on Alibaba it's 100 by 100. The result are 100 by 100. So for 8,000 it's just 80 requests. You could have done it just with your keyboard if you don't want to use these techniques. So you save all this information, the subdomain on your MySQL in the field URL, which is the URL actually. And after the PHP script will scan them, analyze them, select if there is a domain name inside, scan the domain name, check all the information, and fill all the information here. So here, for example, we're opening, I'm manually opening swanfa.en.alibaba.com/contact-info.html. Here, if you show the source, it's Control U, or you can use the mouse to say show source. You see immediately that there is all your information. There is the address, there is the name of the company, you can find everything inside the URL of the website. So here you have on the source you have the name of the company, you have the website, the name of the website. It's always in the same way. You can see that whatever the company would be, it will always be like this, th company name, td, and the email address like this. So in the code, in the Harvest Alibaba PHP script, you have here exactly the same. You have format company. It's always a title, the HTML title, contact information for, and the company name, and close title. For the name of the seller, it's always the HTML balise div class contact info, title h1 class and name, the name of the seller, and close the h1. For the phone number, it's always DT telephone, DT close, DD the phone number and close DD. For the mobile phone format, it's always DT mobile phone and DD mobile phone, and you close the DD. And for the domain format, it's always like this: company contact information, you close it, http // the domain name, and you close the A, which was the link. Same for the second domain, just after ahref and the second domain. On this page there is no email address, no special format for email address, but if you are collecting another website where there is email address, you can put a special format for the email address. So if this is the example on Alibaba, but you can use exactly the same system anywhere on any platform. It will work exactly the same. You just need to change the format on top. You change the MySQL MySQL connection and MySQL SQL database. This you change to fit to your database. You change the format of the company name, format of seller name, format phone, format mobile phone, format domain name 1, format domain name 2, format email. You change this. You see that there is production mode 1. You let it production mode 1 0 till you're doing the test. You are not sure it's working well, so you let 0 and he will show you what he collects. And when you have done it well into work, you put in 1, and when it will be 1, he will start to harvest, to collect everything. He will be in production mode, and he will scan the entire directory that you will give him. Here you can see that there is domain to not refollow 1, domain to not refollow 2. I'm saying if you see a domain where there is Alibaba.com or AliExpress.com inside, don't follow it again. You are in the same system. You are in Alibaba, and Alibaba is doing advertisement for himself. Don't follow it. If you see saying this is the domain name of the clients of the Alibaba user, but actually it's Alibaba again. So don't scan 2 times the same URL, else you will turn around, and you will never finish. So if you found any websites with using Alibaba or AliExpress, do not follow. If you're on the yellow page in Czech Republic, put the domain name of the Czech Republic yellow page. Don't keep on following the yellow page in Czech Republic. So when this will be done, and you will have done your different tests in production mode 0, and it will work, the result will clearly show you the good results, the good name, the good domain name, the good phone number, the good mobile phone, the good company name. Then you can put production mode 1 and you launch it. So here the script will collect immediately the domain name who is on Alibaba. He will find this one, this domain name. He will automatically in curl scan the domain name Fuvi. Fuvi was on Alibaba about this Alibaba member. Here he will check if there is an email address. He will see that there is some QQ user, plenty of QQ user. So if there is some QQ user, there is some QQ tags. We just need to add @qq.com, and it will have the email address of the user. Here we just need to the fact that he recognized some QQ user on the code. It's UIN equal and a number. When he sees this, he knows that it's a QQ user. So automatically he will collect all the QQ email address who are in this website. Here, if there is a protection, this script is very smart. If there is a protection with an iframe, the script, for example, in konglyshoes.com, the script will first scan Konglishu, and he will see nothing. So, not interesting. Actually, there is something, but it's protected behind an iframe. He will see the iframe and he will restart the procedure behind the iframe. Here, you see, when you're going on the website, for you as human, you don't see anything special. You see the contact page, so you see, okay, we'll scan the contact page. But if you open it in PHP or in curl, you won't see this at all. You will see an iframe. He will, here for example, you see an iframe with absolutely no information. So you can see that there is a shoes 2012.job21.com.cn. The curl is small enough to understand, that's a protection, I will overpass this protection. And he will overpass it, and he will scan the new one. When he will scan the new one, he will detect the page contact, the URL contacts on the website. He will scan for the home page, he will see that there is no email address, not interesting, but he will detect all the link, and he will see that there is a link with the keywords contact inside. If you could see a contact, there is message also now, by the way. Contact, message, email, feedback, all these keywords, the tool is smart enough to recognize them and to scan the page behind. So he will open it, and here he will see plenty of email. Here you have all the information. So the PHP script will be smart enough to collect all this information and to put them directly in the database. So when you will want to contact them, you will have all the information. Here he has collected all the. So you just need to load the script. So by launching the script, he will do everything. When he would have finished, he will say that everything has been scanned. You cannot you can collect in the database from the table harvester. So he will have finished. It will take a few days to scan everything. But when it will have finished, you will have everything in your database in perfect format. The name on the name, the email address on the email address file, and everything. So you would have scanned everything in PHP in curl. So you can see that there is no email address on Alibaba, but there is a domain name. It's what we just did. There was a domain name. So from the domain name, the script has automatically scanned all the email address on the website and also on the Whois record. It's what I explained on the folder PHP Whois 422. This is the entire system who will do some request to the register of the domain name to know who is the owner, what is his email address, what is his name, what is his phone number, what is his fax, where he lives, what is his city, what is his address. You will know absolutely everything about the owner and about the technician. Not only the owner, because the owner is maybe not a technician, so he will also give you all the information about the web agency who is taking care of it. Here, by experience, we know that around 70% who will be able to collect the email address to contact it. Yes, by experience 70. Here it's 68, but it depends. Sometimes it's 71. It's around 70%. You will always have an email address like this. There is another website, another solution who can do the same with less technical. I don't know if you feel it was technical what I just teach you. It was not very technical. It was you have to open the source and check the code source to put in the good format in the PHP script. It's not very technical, but if you want, you can also use email extractor. It's a software who costs $44. Not very expensive. $44. I don't consider this as expensive. And with this, you can ask him to scan as many websites that you want, and he will scan the website, and he will also do the request on the Whois. So he will collect all the email on the website and on the Whois. So just software to download and execute. He will do the same thing. It's $44 US. If you don't want to play the technician, you don't want to code the PHP things, he will do it for you. I recommend you to do PHP. For me, it's a recommend you PHP. But if you really don't want to touch on techniques, he will do everything for you. So you just need to download it. It's quite easy. So here you can scan all the website for a specific keyword on Google, on Baidu. It's another technique to harvest. If you want to collect email address for any specific keywords, it's not as efficient as Yellow Pages. Yellow Pages would be really people. If you're looking for doctors, on Yellow Pages you will have all doctors in a country and only doctors. This will give you the email address or of websites replying for the words doctors. So there is high probability that there are doctors, but there is high probability that there are not. There are just someone talking about it. So he will talk about it. It's good to collect email address, but the email address is not, especially you're not absolutely sure that it is what you want. It's good for doing a big spam actually. So here you can select the search engine. Do not use Google. Google is there is too much security, so you will be banished after a few seconds. But you should use Yahoo, Bing, Rumbler, Yandex, Dogpile. This or search engine who doesn't have security like Google, and the security is not as powerful as Google. So they will allow you to scan them and to collect all the information, analyze the website, and collect all the email address. So if you execute it in 5 minutes, you will have 1,925 email address, which is quite powerful. So yes, you can collect email address on special activities very fast, but it's not exactly the topic. It's related, but it can be something completely different actually. You're not absolutely sure that you're taking doctors if you're searching for doctors. If you're searching contact solar panel, you're not absolutely sure that there are contacts for solar panel.